What's up, y'all? It's your girl JAMIJAZZ, and I'm back with another video. This here is a preview of what you're about to see, which is basically a compilation of random videos of random projects that I took care of back in 2021 when I first got this house. So if you're interested to see how I got started, please stay tuned and keep on watching. So we are starting off with a walkthrough. Now, this is about a week after I've had the keys, which is why you're going to see some of my stuff laying around. But I must say, if you don't watch anything else on this video, watch the walkthrough and pay special attention to the kitchen and the living room, because that is where the true transformation is going to take place. Okay, remember I told y'all to pay attention to the kitchen and the living room? There's a reason for that. That's because we doing a full-on gut job here. Didn't I tell you it's gonna be a gut job? Everything in this kitchen was going. Everything. Including this wall right here. Gone. Here's the process of it being eliminated, and here is the process of it being gone. Look at those sight lines. Look how you can just see into the living room now. Here's from a different angle and a different view. This is going to be so beautiful. I know it looks a little crazy right now, and it looks a little scary right now, but I can't wait for you guys to see what's to come. Here's the view from the kitchen, and here's the view from the living room looking into the kitchen. Continuing on, we are changing out these floors, pulling all the floors up everywhere. And the flooring throughout this whole house, kitchen, bathroom, living room, bedrooms, all have the same type of flooring. It's cheaper and easier. And this is the process of it being put in. You can see how it's coming together a little bit. Oh, isn't it so nice? This is gorgeous. I love it. Still had a couple places to do at this point, but it's coming together beautifully. And I have a little still shot of you guys can see how it's looking a little bit better, because walking through it was kind of crazy. Next, we went on to painting. I painted this whole entire house. I did have some help, but it was a lot of painting, okay? And don't mind me, I'm always singing and I'm always dancing, okay? You gotta figure out how to have fun with whatever you're doing. So for the paint that I use, I just decided to go with white paint. One, the house needed to be painted. Something needed to happen. And two, I had so many decisions to make as far as decor and flooring and appliances and layout and all that, that I really didn't want to make painting more difficult and tedious than it already is going to be or was going to be. So I just went with white. And of course, to make things difficult, and because I like to wake up and choose violence, I chose to do all the baseboards and all the framing black. I just thought it was something cool and different. I've never seen it in person before, and I'm trying to step outside my box here. So here's a little view of how it's kind of coming together, and I think it looks so nice. Everything, you know it. Already, you know it. Time already. Now, like I told you, we painted this whole house. And even though for a good amount of the painting I did have help, a majority of it was done by myself. And let me just tell you, I'm over it, okay? I'm over painting. I don't want to do it anymore. But I already started, and I'm the type of person that I really try and finish through with my commitments. But I will say this was low-key therapeutic. I did do a lot of reflecting during these times, especially reflecting on how much I don't want to do this again. Busted a whole mission. Drove to 2 different Ikeas, one in Burbank, one in Carson, just to make sure I was able to take home said, this kitchen was a complete gut job. So I had to go to IKEA, pick up all my kitchen cabinets, put them together myself, figure out where I wanted them laid out. And here in these clips, you see me sanding them because I'm going to paint them. This clip is basically me figuring out where I want them to be placed. I also put all the corresponding pieces in its correct box because some were doors and some were drawers, and I have it all labeled. Now on this clip you can't tell, but on the back of them is like a sticker with the corresponding box number on it, so that when I'm done painting them, I know what box to put it back into. And y'all, please don't come for me. I know I'm painting inside my house, but this took place in summer of 2021 and I just really didn't want to be outside. It was hot. Not only that, I haven't at this point painted my living room yet, so I was gonna need to paint over it anyway, so I wasn't really tripping. I needed to be comfortable if I was gonna get through this, okay? Because once again, I'm over painting. I don't want to do it anymore, and I'm painting everything. Everything is painted in my house. So at this point, the living room is actually painted, except for this wall, because this wall I really wanted to do like an accent wall. I thought it would be a really nice focal point. They had paneling up right here, so I had to pull out a couple nails and I'm just filling in the holes with some spackle. Then I'm going to end up sanding those spots so it can be smooth. And then we basically just did one coat of like a paint and primer combo just to make it all seamless, because I'm going to do an accent wall over top. At this point, I did not know what I was going to do though, but I just know that I was going to do something. So you want to know something? I really hate painting the ceiling. I think that was the worst of it all. And it was the only moment in my house where I was happy to not have high ceilings, because I'm a shorty over here and this was enough. I can't tell you how long my neck was hurting after I did this. Like, I think it was hurting for like 2 or 3 days after painting this ceiling. But I wanted to make sure I got it all done in one day because I did not want to do this again. So I'm just taping off right here, getting ready to paint the baseboards again because I'm evil to myself. I really need to learn how to be gentler. Now, I don't know about y'all, but Home Depot is basically like a Walmart or a Target for me. I go in there for one thing and I walk out with a bunch of different things. Now, I can't even remember what I specifically went into Home Depot for in this exact clip, but just know I walked out with some tile. I saw some tile that I thought would fit perfect with my design, and it was on sale. And I didn't know how long that sale was going to be going on, so I was like, you know what, give me 10. Matter of fact, make it 11. Okay, so this is basically the only clip that I have of like my in-between process. So I decided to include it into this video. And you probably can't really tell, but I changed up the configuration of the kitchen just a little bit because I decided I want my sink to be aligned with my window. So I had to scoot 2 of the cabinets down. Now that space is not gonna have a cabinet right there. It's actually gonna have a dishwasher, and there's an opening right here because I couldn't find a cabinet that was big enough for it to fit right there. So what I'm gonna do is end up making a dummy wall, but when it's all painted, it's gonna look seamless. And there's a couple cabinets that you'll see that are white still, and that's because I ended up ordering them later. Now down here, this cabinet was originally over by the window, and the fridge wasn't this far down. And this little corner cabinet, it actually broke. Sad face, yeah, I know. But the structure is pretty much still there. And I'm Bobina the builder, so I didn't feel like it was a lost cause just yet. So I'm gonna put my skills to use, and I'm pretty sure I can get it to function, or function enough for me at least. So what I meant by the fridge wasn't this far down was basically we had to scoot the fridge a little bit more to the left. But it turns out that definitely like the kitchen a lot better. And this side area on the side of the fridge, I'm thinking of making a little pantry. So what you're about to see next is basically the island that I'm trying to configure. And take note that I left the stove there because originally the stove was a built-in stove and it was in that wall that we had knocked down. Because I didn't want to move wiring and things like that, I just left it there, and I'm hoping that it can kind of be like a little hibachi moment. And on the back side here, when I do my countertops, I'm going to create an extra lip so that I can have bar stools pulled up to it. Because if you've noticed in the first walkthrough before I did any work, at the very end of that kitchen, that was originally the dining area. So because I extended my kitchen all the way down and I threw the fridge down there, I no longer had a dining room area, which I don't really need a dining room area and I really didn't want one. I just wanted to have seating available around my quote unquote island. And this island is big, honey, okay? It's over 10 feet long, just to let you know. And just to let you guys know, I did try to straighten up a little bit, but the reality is I'm living through this renovation, so it is what it is. I just hope I cleaned up enough for you guys to see the vision at least, because that's all I asked for. Now, as you can see, the whole living room is painted, this wall is primed, and I still need to do something with this fireplace. This insert is eventually going to go, and I plan on refacing this fireplace. But I am so happy and so blessed that I have a fireplace. I grew up with fireplaces, and I'm just really blessed to have one in my own home. Another thing about the island is I added these extra cabinets on the back, which is why they don't have doors on them, because this is a small house and I wanted to create extra storage. I also was conflicted on if I wanted to make a wall behind the island, and I couldn't figure out how I was going to get the wall to stay up. So it just seemed like a win-win by adding cabinets. Next, I got started on putting these handles on the doors because these doors and drawers are hard to open up without some type of pull. And I got all the same pulls because I'm lazy. So it doesn't matter if they're vertical or horizontal, they're all the same pulls. To make it easier, I decided to make like a template for each different drawer and the doors. And then I would just level it out, try and make it as even as possible, and put it on there. Now, I wasn't sure if I was going to keep these pulls silver because my appliances are silver, but at the same time, I kind of like the seamless black look. So I don't know if I'm going to go with that option or the silver option, but I wanted to put them all together first and see how I like it and then decide. So my mom actually kind of scared me because she tried to use this tool and she said it's super powerful. You got to be super careful. So I thought I wasn't going to be successful on it. But you know what? It was actually kind of easier than I thought. And don't be judging me for my table, okay? It's the only one I had and I had to make it work. Now, let me tell you guys something. I just want to let y'all know that I worked a full night shift, came home, got off at 7 o'clock in the morning, and proceeded to take care of this project. So I know it seems like I got a lot of energy, but your girl was tired, but she was excited at the same time. And it was cold. I think it was winter time by this time. and I do not like the cold. I deserve a glass of wine. That's what I'm about to make right now and get in the shower. Gotta go to work tonight. So what you see here are the two cabinets I put together because I told you I wanted my sink to be aligned with my window. I cut out the middle of both of them, and then I put the hardy board on top that you saw me cutting the other day so that I can do a sink fit test. And boom, as you can see, it fits. Yeah, I had to do my little victory dance because I got it right on my first try. So yeah, I was really proud of myself. Boom, look at that, beautiful. Now I needed my sink to fit because when I do my countertops, the sink has to be inserted, and that is the next big project. So I'm just cleaning up and getting everything ready to go, and that is basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick run through of my projects I did last year, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye!